Welcome everybody back to the channel. It's been a while since we had an installment in the Basic Blitz series. Today we're looking at number 6, dealing with the 2-tier spread. There's been a lot of threads on the European forum, on the English community, saying the 2-tier spread is unfair. There's been experiments on the North American server with a -1 and +1 tier spread, and as you all know, in tiers 1 to 4 you're gonna see a maximum of tanks up 1 tier. That means that tier 4 meets tier 4, the same tier 5 1 up, and tier 3 1 down. At tier 5 it gets interesting because there you can possibly meet up to tier 7, 2 tiers up, and you can be at a severe disadvantage seeing tanks that are 2 tiers up with better armor, better guns, and then you are driving your small SU-85 with 650 hit points. Today we're going to show you a few battles. I have some battles. This one is at Falls Creek as a top tier tank destroyer. There is another one as a top tier. Then we have one as middle tier, and you would have guessed it, 2 matches as a bottom tier tank. And I'd like to show you these games to show people what you can do to be effective as a lower tier tank. It's not necessary to just sit there, wait for the enemy to shoot you, and generally be ineffective. You can surely play your part in higher tier matches as bottom tier if you know what to do. The reason I'm taking the SU-85 out is that I'm not very comfortable driving it. I'm not the best of T3 drivers. We do wreck this, ammo wreck this Matilda for good measure. Bounce a couple of shots, and this is a very quick game. It's speeded up, but it's 7-0 already. 1 minute and 48 seconds as top tier. And these types of games can make you feel very confident. You do quite nice damage, 1300, twice the amount of damage done as top tier, second in XP, 7 shots, 7 kills, and then you can feel you have mastered the tank, and that's the way you should play it in any type of battle. Here again on Copperfield we are top tier again. I've looked at the lineups. They have a lot of German light tanks, and I don't want to get surrounded on top over there. So I am moving to the corner. I have a clear field of fire to the left, a good field of fire to the right where the T-34 is moving in, and if need be I can drop down and stay sort of hull down. In general, you don't want to do the same things as bottom tier when you're top tier. You do want to do damage, you want to be able to do damage, you want to exploit the strengths of your vehicle. I've said it before in some other Basic Blitz series. But you want to be less aggressive than when you're top tier. Here I can be pretty aggressive. Try an APC no HE on this Keho. It penetrates, then we take the angle the armor, take a bounce on the side, and we take him out with an HE shot, high explosive shell. One into the Lux for 300 damage, and this Keho needs to go, so I'm ignoring the shots from my left, probably a Lux or a Leopard. And we're gonna move in now, shot onto the Panzer IV here. Issues with the gun depression, and he gets finished now by our Leopard, and it's this game 1 really. There's that Lux who was probably harassing me. Shot dips into the ground, that's unfortunate. Can't shoot him again, I'm not reloaded in time, but I'm gonna push up and charge forward. As you can see, it's time now to be aggressive. 400 plus hit points left. And an SU on top of a hill, and a Lux will go for the ram kill. 93, and I miss. Thankfully he hasn't got a lot of penetration on his gun. Probably not shooting APCR, so I can bounce all the shots. Still have my health left, but it was a bit of a dirt moment. Last tank left, DW2. Haven't seen him yet, so he's probably at the red spawn, and that's where we're cruising towards. Top tier, you can be pretty aggressive. You can do what you want to, especially when you are one of the predators like an SU-85. Big alpha damage gun. You can see it right here up the back of a DW2. Whack into his engine deck for a just shy of 200 damage. And final kill shot in there. 3 kills, good game, and we come out way on top of damage. And this is a game where you can think, oh, okay, I've been top tier. I can drive my vehicle. I can do 2.5k damage easily. Done more damage than my team combined. 14 shots, 12 hits, 12 penetrations. Unfortunate, one of them dipped into the terrain because it was a first class, might have been a mastery. Nice credits as well, and nice XP, 1200. So, okie dokie, Oasis Palms, tier 6 as a middle tier. Normally I'd go towards the desert, but we have a lot of medium, a lot of heavy tanks. Reds have more mediums, and I'm trusting any of my colleagues to do a good job at spotting, at protecting me. So I'm going to the desert side over here, the desert surrounding the town. Take a quick peek over the ridge to see if anyone is there still. No one there. Gotta move forward into the corner. No one spotted yet. I'm a bit worried about a T-150. He seems to be still at spawn. I can count 6 tanks of us on the mini-map, but the other one isn't there, and I think he's still at our spawn too. And there's a Panzer 3/4 back away. Have we got a shot? No, he's moving behind the building and almost and upwards. No one at the temple, so we're going. Yeah, T-150 is AFK. SU-100 has been under fire. T-150 is on fire. The heat is on. Heat at tier 6. But we can take a shot into this SU-100. First shot, damn you RNG, dips into the terrain. But the next shot penetrates. That SU is trying to fire tanks in our town, and I have no idea what he is doing. He just sits sitting there, taking hits from me, and I'm very lucky. 1 hit from another tank, and I do get 1 kill. Up next, VK 3601H. Reloaded, 3001H, 1 shot into him, into the transmission of that VK. Shoot just along the building. This one penetrates as well, connects. Quite lucky, just edge shooting. There's a 2801, and take a look at SU-100 down below. He gets blocked by the KV-1S. KV-1S is thinking, oh, I'm blocking someone, let's move back and block him even more, and down goes the SU. Boom. 2 tanks on 2, but I'm still full health. Our team is doing a good job spotting. Unfortunate miss on a Panzer IV, and I haven't got any shots left now, so I'm relocating, taking on this 3601H. This shot penetrates, no, bounces on the gun mantlet. Another shot, and that one goes onto the angled upper plate of his hull, which was just slightly red. Bit fed up with it, swap the skill rounds. This one goes through. In patch 2.6 you can shoot through obstacles, but it bounced on his side armor, and here I can get a pen just before he angles the tank away far enough. Is this a type of game I want to play usually? No, it isn't, but I'm like I said, I'm choosing this vehicle because I'm not quite used to non-turret tank destroyers. I'm not the best in it. I like mediums far better. But it's a fun way of playing. It's a vehicle that can take a punishment and can dish out quite a bit of damage. Anticipating here on the chrono to move just far on. Just far enough for me to take a shot, squeezing myself between those the Jumbo and the Panzer IV, and just this one, the Panzer 3/4 left to clean up. Gonna shoot him once, yes, and ram him, track him in place, get some assistance damage, take 1 shot, wiggle away, and a HE shell into the side to finish it off. Again, quite aggressive. As a middle tier you can do it, but you could see me, I was a bit away from the front line, holding on to my hit points. It was a mastery game. Less damage than as top tier, but higher on XP because I've killed a few higher tier tanks. Nice accuracy again. Here you can see assistance damage on the Cromwell and on the Panzer 3/4. Decent amount of credits, 30k, and again 1400 XP. And here we go, Lost Temple, tier 7. We're bottom tier now. For those of you who have been paying attention, and of course you have, this is Basic Blitz, and it's a tutorial, it's not a masterclass, it's something you can learn about. I derp around, I noob around, but hopefully you can take something from it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Quick question, what do you want to do as a bottom tier in a 2-tier up match? Yes, of course, you want to stay behind the pack, let the big guns, the quick medium spot for you, and then you go charging in. VK, German light tank, new German light. I'm gonna pop in, just removing those walls to get a clear field of fire. No one there, and the VK already gone. Thank you very much, IS. Big HE shall probably through that side armor, and a VK has no chance against a KV2 or an IS or whatever. 2 tanks up, and now it becomes a hunting ground for me. Tiger 1, taking time to aim, letting the reticule shrink, and through his front plate, 1 shot in. Can I get another one in? Yes, we can. And here we go. No HE needed from me, 3 tanks up, and I think I've done already quite a good job. 2 shots into a Tiger 1 for no hit points off from me. I'm trying to catch his VK3002D over here. He was engaging our Panther. Can I take a shot into him? Yes, I can, but it bounces. That's unfortunate, and he's out of cover now. Pulling back, letting my camo reset, speculating he might come up on over here, but he doesn't. Someone capping our base, so maybe that VK is moving up. Gonna take a left. Is he over here? No, he isn't. He is on top of this hill. No, I'm spotted. Don't know by who. Probably proximity spotted. Let's turn up over here because there's no one to my left, and there we have him again, Mr. VK3002D. Not gonna shoot at Panzer III floor. He's behind a rock. No time to aim. I can shoot at VK3002D, but I'm gonna move gently off the slope. You remember the dirt moment from the Pershing video where I just dived off, lost 800 hit points, and here's one into the VK. He gets a shot into me. That's fine. I can shoot one into him. Get back. He's tracked. He can't get his gun down enough. Another one through his lower glasses. Bit lucky to get that shot there. He is panicking now. Tries to shoot me one more time. I'm reversing, bounce a shot on my tracks because I've got my tank angled well, and whack, bam, there goes a big high explosive shell from a KV2. And this is a double win, 7 kills and a base capture. Excellent job. Not as aggressive as on tier 5, not as aggressive as on tier 6, but second on the board, 1300 damage, twice the hit points I carry in an SU-85, and that means I've carried my weight in this game. Again, nice credits and XP, and that brings us up to the last game, where again, bottom tier, tier 7 match at Desert Sands. And for those of you who have been watching the Basic Blitz series, on the situational awareness video, I've talked about looking at the lineup, looking at the teams, looking at the map you're fighting on. They have 3 heavy tanks and a big SU-100 wide tank destroyer. That tank could easily take on me in maybe 1 hit, where I would need 4 to take him out. So unwise for us to go into the town. We are flanking. Our mediums have waited for us, which is a good sign, and now we can put the gun to work. First target up, this SU-IS, bounce off the lower edge of his turret. That's unfortunate. SU just escapes a hit from me because he dips low as I fire, but I can shoot this KV. This one goes into the rain. The next shot goes into his engine deck, and another shot into his engine deck, and I've moved forward just a bit too far, so I'm spotted now. Should have stayed back just a bit further. Moving back now. KV is ignoring me, still trying to base cap. He's just sitting there taking hit after hit, and as you can see, he's not used to these type of matches yet. One more shot, and yes, just below the bridge. 1 kill, and we are 3-1 up, and it seems this game is in the bag. I've removed 1 tank from the battlefield. It's a tier 5 tank where I'm a tier 5 tank destroyer, so that's a good trade. Not too much damage done, but it's fine by me. And one thing you'd want to do, try to do when you're a bottom tier, is getting higher tier tank destroyers or tanks, especially the big guns, the heavy tanks, tracked in place like I'm doing here. I'm calling out the target. Can put one more shot in, and I take an unfortunate shot from the VK3601H. Jumping over the hill for one more kill. Nope. Rosen trips my Emperor's platoon mate, gets hit. But there's just one tank left, the 3601H, and here we go. Shot into the engine jack. Ooh, RNG makes me miss it. I can turn around quick, shoot in one more time, yes, and get shit on the tracks just to survive. And that's a wrap for today. Again, about 1300 damage done in this game. Twice the amount of hit points I carry in my tank, so that makes me quite worthy for the team. I've carried my weight with one easily, 7 kills versus 1, 13 hits, 10 penetrations. Again, decent amount of credit, 17,000 here, and XP as well. Wrapping up, bottom tier, choose a position where you can be effective. Make your shots count, do not miss, and hold on to your hit points. There's nothing as frustrating as seeing bottom tier tanks rushing in, being as aggressive as they are when they are top tier, and then they die and we are tanks short in the end. That's all for today, guys. Cheers!